In this video, we're going to talk about something that is quietly affecting XRP and your XRP investment. And the truth is that most people in the crypto space are not paying attention to this factor. The important thing to understand is that this is not something you personally control. It's a broader economic situation that is influencing investor behavior, and that behavior ultimately affects the price movement of XRP and the entire crypto market. Hey guys, welcome back to Whiteboard Crypto Update. In today's video, we will talk about XRP. So be sure to stay focused as you surely don't want to miss out on this. If you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications by hitting the bell so you never miss any of our uploads. This video is for educational purposes only. It is not financial advice. Always do your own research before making any investment decisions. Over the last 24 hours, XRP has moved slightly downward, but this is not something unusual. In fact, if you look across the entire crypto market, most major cryptocurrencies have also experienced small pullbacks. Bitcoin is slightly down, and many other assets are showing a bit of red as well. However, this is not a major crash or panic scenario. Markets naturally move up and down, and short-term price fluctuations are part of normal trading activity. What really matters is understanding why the market sometimes struggles to gain strong upward momentum even when there is positive news around projects like XRP. Recently, I came across an article that caught my attention because it reveals something important about the economic environment investors are living in. The article discussed why more Americans are withdrawing money from their 401k retirement accounts. A 401k is a retirement savings plan where people set aside money for their future. Normally, people avoid touching that money because it's meant for retirement. But according to recent data, more and more individuals are now withdrawing funds early because they are facing financial difficulties. In fact, hardship withdrawals from these retirement accounts have increased for 6 consecutive years. Financial reports show that a significant number of participants even have loans against their retirement savings. Many people are using this money to deal with urgent financial problems, such as avoiding home foreclosure, paying rent, or covering medical expenses. The average withdrawal amount is around $1,900, which may not sound huge, but it shows that people are under pressure. Now, you might ask, what does this have to do with XRP and the crypto market? To understand the connection, we need to step back and look at the broader economic picture. Across the United States, and honestly across much of the world, many people are struggling financially. Debt levels are rising. Credit card balances are increasing. Mortgage foreclosures and car loan defaults are becoming more common. In simple terms, a lot of people are operating in survival mode. And when people are in survival mode, they are not thinking about investing. If someone is worried about paying their rent, keeping their home, or avoiding default on a car loan, they are not going to invest in XRP, no matter how much they believe in the project. Even if they want to invest, they simply don't have the extra money to do it. This is the key point that many investors overlook. When a large percentage of the population is financially stressed, the amount of new capital entering the market decreases. That means less liquidity flowing into crypto. And when liquidity decreases, it becomes harder for assets like XRP to maintain strong bullish momentum. Crypto markets thrive when there is fresh money constantly entering the ecosystem. Retail investors buying small amounts of crypto may not seem significant individually, but when millions of people are doing it, it creates powerful buying pressure. However, when those same people are withdrawing savings just to survive financially, they are not putting money into investments like crypto, stocks, or precious metals. And although this discussion often focuses on the United States, the reality is that economic pressure is global. Rising costs, inflation, and financial uncertainty are affecting people in many countries. That means investor sentiment becomes weaker worldwide, which indirectly slows down the flow of capital into crypto markets. But here's where things get interesting for XRP and the future of crypto. One major factor that could dramatically change the situation is regulatory clarity. Right now, many large institutional investors are waiting for clearer rules before entering the crypto market in a big way. One potential catalyst is something called the Clarity Act. If legislation like this gets approved, it could open the door for a massive amount of institutional money to enter the crypto ecosystem. Large organizations such as pension funds, retirement funds, and major investment firms often want exposure to emerging asset classes. However, they must follow strict regulations, which means they cannot simply buy cryptocurrencies directly without clear legal guidelines. Instead, they prefer regulated investment products like Bitcoin ETFs. If strong regulatory clarity is established, these institutions could finally allocate capital into crypto markets with confidence. And when institutional money enters the market, the scale is enormous. We're not talking about millions. We're potentially talking about trillions of dollars that could flow into digital assets over time. If that happens, assets like XRP could benefit significantly because increased liquidity and institutional participation often lead to stronger price movements across the market. So, XRP family, the key takeaway from this discussion is that sometimes the biggest factors influencing the market are not visible on price charts. Economic conditions, investor sentiment, and the availability of capital all play major roles in determining the direction of assets like XRP. When the global economy improves and more liquidity begins flowing back into markets, that's when we could start seeing stronger and more sustained momentum for XRP and the broader crypto space. Well, guys, that's all we have for you today. What are your thoughts on XRP? Get involved and let us know in the comments down below. If you guys like this video, then be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Thank you for watching.